The most interesting thing in tech, a big, bold, ambitious law in Australia banning social media accounts for anybody under the age of 16. The law goes into effect today, and it means that if you're a social media company, which the law defines as Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Meta, but it excludes Google Classroom, Roblox, a few others. If you're a social media company, and if you have users who create accounts under the age of 16, you will get fined and you will get penalized. Companies have to determine age through ID verification, but also selfies and using AI to analyze how people are using the platforms and kind of guessing their age from that. Arguments for this? Lots and lots of studies show that mental health outcomes for young people are better the less time they spend online. And young people spend a crazy amount of time online. I was just looking at a Pew study showed that I believe that 21% of Americans between the age of 13 and 17 are on TikTok almost constantly. That is a big number for almost constantly. So mental health outcomes are better if you don't use social media. Educational outcomes are better if you don't do social media. Kids learn more, they study harder, they read more books, they do the stuff that leads to better educational outcomes than watching TikTok videos. So there are lots of good reasons for this ban. Also, as a parent, I know that the main reason you let your kid use social media is so that they're connected and so they're not left out. If everybody's on Instagram and everybody's posting on Instagram, you kind of need to let your kid use Instagram, just like you need your kid to have a phone. But if the government has solved that by saying no one can do it, well, that makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot simpler. It means that all the kids are off their phones and they can go outside and play Frisbee with each other instead of just being one kid holding a Frisbee while everybody else is staring at TikTok. So that is a good thing. Now, the arguments against social media companies say, well, wait a second. First off, you think they're actually going to go play Frisbee? Like maybe they're going to go use Chinese social media apps. Secondly, there's some privacy concerns. You're going to require the companies to analyze photographs of kids to determine their age, or even weirder, analyze like what sites they're going to and figure out their age from that. That gets a little thorny. So there are going to be enforcement problems, there are going to be definitional problems, there are going to be fights over who exactly is included as a social media company. It's going to get a little strange. Also, there are some real mental health benefits to social media, particularly for kids who are lonely and left out. But I definitely see the virtues of this law. I certainly hope that other countries follow. I guess I hope that there are positive outcomes in Australia and then other countries follow.